We made almost $20,000 in revenue dropshipping with this exact chicken sandwich meme. That's right, almost $20,000 in sales on a sandwich meme. This is the story of how we did it. It all started in late August when Popeyes announced a new chicken sandwich. And the country went wild. I was seeing memes left and right. I'm talking memes on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. No matter where I went, I was seeing this damn chicken sandwich everywhere. Naturally, with all the hype I was seeing, I had to taste this chicken sandwich for myself. So me and my brother rolled up to Popeyes. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, do you guys have any chicken sandwiches?
No, we don't.
Oh man. The first Popeyes we went to was sold out of chicken sandwiches. So I started getting curious, wondering if maybe they really were better than Chick-fil-A. Naturally, I had to go to another Popeyes location. Hello?
Welcome to Popeyes, may I help you?
Hey, do you guys have any chicken sandwiches?
No, we don't. We have signs posted.
At this point, as a marketer, I was blown away at the effectiveness of this Popeyes chicken sandwich campaign. Seeing the real-life power of organic internet memes was absolutely crazy to me. It got me thinking about how they sparked the trend, how they kept stoking the flames, and how they were banking who knows how many millions of dollars on a viral internet meme. But all the mind-blowing aside, we went to a third Popeyes restaurant.
Popeyes, can I help you?
Hey, do you guys have any chicken sandwiches?
No chicken sandwich.
Alright, thank you. I'm done, boys. Turn the camera off, dude. Angry, disappointed, and hungry for the third time, I wondered how Popeyes could do this to me. How could they create so much hype around this sandwich and fail to deliver 3 times? How many other victims were going through this pain? I had to assume it was a ton, considering they were sold out at all these locations. And that's when the idea hit me. I could ride this chicken sandwich wave by relating to all of those who were in the same boat as me, aka those who couldn't taste the chicken sandwich hype for themselves. So as soon as I got home, I started drafting up a plan. The first major component I had to consider was time. Since the lifespan of an internet meme is short-lived, I knew I had to act fast. Second, I had to consider the demographic driving the popularity of this chicken meme. And from experience, I knew that younger people didn't have much money to spend. Lastly, I had to come up with an easy way to relate with people who couldn't get a chicken sandwich due to the limited supply. This is what I came up with. First, I decided I would use a free plus shipping model where customers only get charged for shipping. Before people flood the comments telling me I can't do free plus shipping in 2019 or how it's an old model, trust me, I understand, but this was more than about just making money. It was about being creative with the marketing and trying stuff that was completely untested. Plus, the free plus shipping model solved all of the constraints I just mentioned. 1. Time. Free plus shipping will be fast and easy to set up. I could use an already existing store and save the hassle of making a dedicated site. I could also save myself time from having to order product samples before running ads. Since I wasn't going to charge much for shipping, I knew people wouldn't have high expectations and chargebacks would be minimal. 2. Price. Free plus shipping would let me sell cheap products, perfect for the younger demographic who seem to be the most engaged with this meme. 3. Relatability. Free plus shipping would also give me the perfect segue into the hearts of people who were affected by the chicken sandwich shortage. I could simply say something like, "Couldn't get a Popeyes chicken sandwich? Don't worry, we got your back on some free stuff." Which sounds ridiculous, but it is pretty funny and relates to the sandwich shortage. Once I knew I'd set up the campaign with a free plus shipping model, I had to decide on which product to sell. I ended up deciding to sell this bracelet, and the reasoning is pretty simple. 1. It's cheap but has high perceived value. 2. I saw a ton of other advertisers selling similar fake jewelry very successfully on Instagram. Looking into their comments, it was mostly our target demographic of younger people. After figuring out what I'd sell and how I'd sell it, all that was left for me to do was draft up an ad creative and run some ads. This was the ad I came up with. It literally took 2 minutes in Photoshop and the creativity of a peanut. Even though the ad didn't look the best, we wanted to test the concept, so we took the ad and ran it using our normal CBO strategy. We used lower budgets than usual though because our target cost per purchase was low, $5 to be exact. If you're wondering how to calculate target cost per purchase, go check out our low budget Facebook ad strategy video. Anyways, since we were selling a bracelet, we picked 10 interests that were related to jewelry for our first ad campaign. We didn't dig too deep, we just picked broad interests that were related to jewelry. Our exact list was bracelet, diamond, wrap, jewelry, watch, Rolex, gold, silver, AP, and engaged shoppers. After selecting these 10 interests, we targeted USA, both men/women, all ages, and automatic placements. For the ad, we used the ad from the start of the video. We set a campaign budget of $100 and set a minimum spend for each ad set at $5. After that, we published the campaign and let it run. After a day, our campaign resulted in a cost per purchase of $5.43. At this point, even though the cost per purchase was roughly 10% higher than our target, I knew the ad was a winner. All I had to do at this point was try to narrow the audience a bit and gather more data before scaling into lookalike audiences. Once I narrowed interest targets a bit for the next campaign, results came in a lot better at $4.39. This would give us profit margins greater than 20%, so I was pretty excited to see our chicken meme performing so well. So I duped the working campaign to gather data even faster, and I also started a retargeting campaign since we were spending a bit more at this point. Unfortunately, the dupe didn't perform that well, as you can see, so I killed it and left the original running with the retarget. We had spent about $1,000, so I made Facebook engagement and page view lookalike audience campaigns while leaving my profitable narrowed interest campaign running. The lookalikes performed okay. They were both profitable, but not to the degree I was expecting, considering how well my interest campaigns were still running. The lookalikes performance started dipping after a few days, so I killed them. My original working interests weren't performing too well past a $300 budget, so instead of trying to scale the campaign over and over, I left it at $300 and duped the working interests again, along with making new lookalikes for add to cart and page view. As you can see, the interest dupes didn't do too well, and I think it was because my audience of jewelry didn't actually have too many people who knew about the Popeyes chicken sandwich, limiting my audience size. Fortunately though, my add to cart campaign really took off. At one point I tried to scale the campaign budget, but it didn't perform so hot, so I backed off and chose to dupe it instead, which did better. In the end, we didn't scale too high because we didn't quality check the bracelet, and we were worried that it could lead to a lot of future complications. This entire project was just a fun little test of ours that we ran just to see if it could even work. The final numbers ended up like this: $19,522 in sales, $9,341 in ad spend, and $9,228 in cost of goods. This left us with a profit of $953, or about 5%. Now, the numbers aren't actually impressive at all, and I'm sorry if you guys are disappointed, but that's just how it is sometimes. Of course, I could have ended up with better margins by continuing to run our more optimized add to cart campaigns, or by testing out some better looking creatives, but again, this wasn't about the money, and we didn't want to continue selling this bracelet. In the end, I learned a lot of different things from running this meme campaign, but there's one big takeaway from all of this that brings me to the main message behind this video. You never know what might work until you test it out, and that means you better test a lot of different things before you expect to succeed. Seriously, who would have thought that this meme would generate 5 figures? I certainly wouldn't have bet any money on it, but I'm glad I tested it out anyways. The crazy thing is that this isn't a one-time thing. I have tons of similar stories about ads that no one expected to work, that I tested out anyways and found to be profitable. So the next time you have a crazy idea about how you can market a product, test it out for yourself. Taking initiative without fear of failure will seriously take you 90% of the way to success, and the other 10% will be learning from your mistakes. But without trying stuff out for yourself, you will never get anywhere, and this chicken sandwich meme proves it. I personally have gained a lot of confidence from this campaign, even though it wasn't very profitable. It made me want to test more crazy ideas, knowing that there's something original and untapped out there. Remember, the internet is always changing, and you could be the next person to spark that change. So go out there and try things for yourself. You never know if it might be your next success. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully it was a good motivational learning lesson. Before you go, consider joining our Facebook group for even more valuable information about dropshipping. It really is a dope community with tons of active discussions, and I'm sure you'll find it beneficial if you're trying to learn more about dropshipping. Lastly, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. We'll be posting regularly and you probably don't want to miss out. Thanks again for watching, guys. Peace out.